In today's tutorial we're going to use a size J hook or 5.0 millimeter. We're also going to pull out my Bernat yarn for this Remembrance Poppy. It's going to be red here. I've also got my Bernat boa, and I also have this glitter yarn that I'm going to mix also with the red to make the red really kind of shimmer and outstanding. I'd also recommend here with the boa that the center that you saw in the picture is actually done in the boa. If you're not familiar with this yarn, I would substitute it with something a lot easier to use, even a Bernat Super Value Black. For the center, or a green, whatever you want to do. But in the original that I did, I'm actually just using this stuff, and I used my fingers to actually feel where all the holes were. So if you're not familiar with crochet, that probably is not possible. In today's tutorial, I'm going to substitute the center to be this Bernat value yarn, and what we're just going to do is get out our crochet hook and our material and start crocheting this Remembrance Poppy. So now we're going to start our tutorial, and we're just going to create a slip knot as normal, grabbing your crochet hook, just slip it in, and what I want you to do is chain 2. So this does not count as 1, so 1 and 2. And so now what I want you to just do is the very first one that we had is that we're going to be going around that. So just slipping your hook into that stitch, grabbing the material, pulling it through, and 2. That is a single crochet, and I want you to do it 11 more times, so that we have a total of 12. Okay, I've gone around my 12 times. I'm just going to come back to the beginning now, and what I want to just do is slip it into the very first stitch that we started with, just on the top part. It's going to be a little tight for you, and that's not a bad thing. So just slipping it in and pulling it through and through, and this will finalize off the circle, and what I want you to do is just fasten off. So it's cutting the material with your scissors, pulling it through, and what I just want to just do is to actually do a little tie. Now in the picture you would have seen that there was a little dangly thing happening with the Bernat mosaic, so or the Bernat boa, and what I just did is that I just left this hanging underneath. So that's something that you can decide with your own creativity as you move along. So then, now let's get your secondary colors, and in the next colors we're going to be using red and glitter together to create the petals. So now I'm grabbing both materials that are coming, and I'm going to use both of them like they're one. Okay, and I'm going to create a slip knot, just like so. And so that will be my starting point with there. And what I'm going to pull this back up, and what I normally do when I do a circle is that I never start exactly where I left off. I'll pick somewhere else in the circle. And the reason for that is just I don't like so much beginning and ending at the same spot. It just is a recipe for a nightmare for me. So I'm just going to slip in my hook anywhere along the outside. Okay, and there should be 12, and I just want to grab that material and pull it through just like so. And now I'm going to just pull everything snug. Okay, so now what I'm going to just do now is I'm going to chain up 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So going right under the next one here, okay, so this is the very next one in line, is this I want to wrap and wrap, okay, and we're just going to go into the next stitch available and then pull through 2, 2, and 2. And I want to do that 2 more times, so wrap and wrap into the very same stitch. Okay, so all of this is going to originate out of it. Okay, and wrap, going in. Okay, so there's one petal there so far, so you think, and so they're right in there, and now we're going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then come down and come to the very next stitch available on the line, just like so. Okay, and we're going to slip stitch, so going in and through and through. Okay, so now we're going to chain 4 again, so just 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we're gonna actually do, okay, so we've just chained our 4, and we are going to triple, and we're going to go into the very next stitch on the actual circle, and we're triple crocheting, and we're going to do that 3 more times in that one as well. So 1, 2, 3, so we wrap and wrap, going in, and we just want to continue to work into that same spot, wrap and wrap. Okay, and now we're going to chain 4 again. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then come down, and we're going to come to the very next stitch on the actual circle. Okay, so we're just going to slip stitch it like we had before, and just going to move that string out of the way, and we are going to chain 4 again. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we're going to go into the next stitch available. So wrap and wrap, next stitch available, and we're putting in 3 more triple crochets in the spot. Wrap and wrap, wrap and wrap, so right into the same one. Okay, and what we're going to just do now is just come down back to the chain, and we're going to chain and come back down. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and come back down. Okay, we're going to slip stitch it like we had before, and then go up again. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, wrap and wrap, and we are just going to go down again into the next stitch available. Wrap and wrap, same stitch, wrap and wrap, okay, and we're going to chain 4 again. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, coming back down. We're going to come to the next one when we do that. Okay, we're just going to slip stitch it, so going in and through, and then we're going to go back up again. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then again wrap and wrap. I'm going to go into the next one. So if you can see, what's happening here is that every petal is going into its own stitch, and then in between it's going into the next one available. Wrap and wrap, wrap and wrap. So you should end up with 6 petals if you did everything right when we come to the end of this particular tutorial. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're about to finish this one, so coming down, so we're just going to chain 4 down to the next one, and you can still see that we have just a little bit left, right? So we just have one more spot left on there, so that's the last remaining petal. So let's go back up for 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Wrap and wrap, coming down into the one that's left. This is your triple crochet. Wrap and wrap, wrap and wrap, okay, and we're now at the top again, and now what we want to just do is finalize it. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4, because we chained up 4 in this one to start that one, so we have to do it for the other side. And see where this one is originating out of the bottom? That's exactly where you need to slip stitch so that it looks all uniform. So we're just going to slip stitch. I'm just going to retry that again one more time. This does happen even to people like me. We do lose our stitches. We're going to go down in, pulling it through and through. And what I want to just do now is finish it off. And that is how you do your remembrance flower.